Yo, Bachi 2007 back at you with another one. And we want to continue on this Roda Osman story. Roda Osman slash Brick Baby slash Brick Lady slash Roda Bash slash Roda Bashed in the Face and all of her other aliases and nonsense and foolishness. So there was a part of the article that I read to you yesterday from Houston's News Channel 2. Again, Roda Osman is under arrest. At the least, there's a warrant out for her arrest in Houston. Haven't got word that she's turned herself in yet. So, in my video on my YouTube page, Yobachi 2007, we went over this article right here that was posted on the news channel's website. Part of it that we didn't go over due to time and space in the video that I want to pick back up on today is Osman's criminal history. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can come back for more. It'll really help me out with the algorithm and help this channel to grow and keep getting this message out to you. Like and subscribe. Thanks. According according to court records, it should read. According to court records, Osman has several prior charges in the Virgin Islands, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Hennepin County, Minnesota, Williamson County, Texas, Travis County, Texas as well. This woman is committing crimes all across the Western Hemisphere. This is who she is. We're going to hear more about her criminality here in a moment. But look, well, the very next paragraph is another piece of it. Osman is currently on bail for a separate offense from September the 22nd, 2023, for felony assault and domestic violence. She was charged with two counts of misdemeanor domestic violence in Steele County, Minnesota. So the an incident where she claimed to get hit with a brick happened outside of a club on September 3rd. Within less than 3 weeks, she's in another state assaulting other people, either a boyfriend or a girlfriend, because goes both ways. One day she's talking about men, she has a child. She's talking about men and doing stuff with men that we know about, which is going to come up in what we're going to talk about here again. We talked about in the last video. She was freak dancing and twerking on a guy at the club that night, the one who she got into a confrontation with, who did not hit her with the brick and did not hit her because she refused her number, like the lie that she told. And then other times she's queer and she's wishing queer women to be kissing another woman on New Year's Day and all this kind of stuff, right? So she's on both of those tips. So she went and assaulted somebody less than 3 weeks after she's the supposed victim. It is in that hospital gown crying, talking about, I would never hurt anybody or do anything like this to anyone. She did the exact same thing within 3 weeks. This is who she is. This is who black women are jumping behind, trying to protect. This is an awful person who is a criminal, who constantly engages in criminal behavior and who constantly scams black women out of their money. She does so usually by means of denigrating men and claiming that men assaulted her, and then goes to the internet to get women, silly feminists, to send her money based on the lie and the conception that men are just out here beating up women for no reason. And there's this fake patriarchy. But even we showed you a couple months ago, a couple of months after the nightclub assault, she claims women are beating her up. Where it says Brick Baby Roda Bashe beat up again. In this video, she told you two black women jumped on her. So she'll use black women as her pawns as well, because it doesn't really matter to her. Now, kind of what I wanted to show is, as I noted from early on, that I was letting y'all know about this GoFundMe scam. I put y'all up on this on the very early days of the scam. So here's that video. And remember, that was September 3rd that the incident happened. And I was putting y'all up on the GoFundMe scam on September 6th. Again, this was the first video that I know of that mentioned the GoFundMe as the reason why. There were other people talking about why, that they thought the situation was fake, but I was the first one to show you why it was fake, that she had multiple GoFundMes and she was running these multiple GoFundMe scams, including the one in Minnesota that helped to convince GoFundMe to take her account down when Daphne Sutton and others started contacting them about it. I put it in this video, but just within 3 days of this incident happening. All right, here she is. Her friend made this one for her as well. My good friend Rhoda was visually attacked, and it says somewhere in here that she asked me to make this GoFundMe $35,000. Y'all are sending it to her.
That's where it was at that time. It ended up going to 42,000. That's where I was. I'm jumping on this thing early.
But this is what you think of y'all women who send her that money. This is what you think of y'all black women.
Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass because, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria. I'm talking about this whole 20-inch waist, titties that sit right here, big butt, all at it, and now y'all running to the doctor to go get it. Y'all love the trans girls. They taught y'all how to sissy y'all fucking walk when y'all were out here walking like dinosaurs. They taught y'all how to put out
men with wigs taught y'all how to be sissies to be women. That's who y'all cap.
Again, this is what she thinks about women. This is what she thinks about black women. She'll throw y'all under the bus, say y'all beating her up in the club because she's the type of person who constantly gets into it with people, goes back and forth, is aggressive, is antagonistic, is wild, is reckless with the mouth, is in your face with the finger and all this kind of stuff. So she gets beat up by black women at a club. Make sure she comes online to throw black women under the bus. She says y'all are like some dinosaurs, and men with wigs had to tell y'all how to be a sissy so you could be a woman. This is where she comes from. This is who y'all want to defend. This is who y'all want to make y'all patrons say against the patriarchy. So Daphne Sutton, aka Celebrity, aka the Queen of Accountability, is the one who pushed this issue with the Houston police, and kept pushing it and calling into them. And she was posting some of the audio of her discussions with police as this was going on over the last few months. And here is News Channel 2 in Houston's article about TikToker provides police information on Osman's false claims and past alleged scams. This is her on Twitter, but the TikToker they're talking about is Daphne. Well, I put the information out there about the scam. Daphne pursued it with police. That wasn't something I was particularly interested in doing. I thought actually on two fronts. To me, the police should just be on stuff on their own. But I would have expected or would have hoped some black women would have had some integrity, realizing that this whole thing was a scam, have the integrity to admit it, even if they want to believe in the patriarchy and they're taking down the patriarchy and there's so many sexist men out here and bad things. Some men do bad things to women vis-a-vis physical violence. They would have said, this didn't happen. This isn't true. This woman is lying and she took me for my money on GoFundMe. I'm going to pursue this. And that's where it should have come from, the women who were getting scammed, but none of them had that integrity. None of these feminists, none of these standing up for women, ladies of integrity, ladies of gender studies minded feminists had that integrity whatsoever. So let's read what this article says. During the investigation, detectives said they received a call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok, who believed Osman was conducting a scam because of similar situations that happened in Minneapolis in 2020. You can go watch my video that I just showed you, and I showed this in that video. She reportedly provided detectives with another GoFundMe account that was created by for Osman in 2020 with the same narrative of a black man hitting Sutton, made TikToks about the incident, and said some of Osman's friends and ex-roommates also reached out to her to provide a statement. So detectives reached out to the Minneapolis Police Department to ask about the GoFundMe titled "Help Black Muslim Mother Pay Her Medical Bills." She also has another GoFundMe, Rhoda does, that she put up for her sister, claiming that her sister's husband died and she's a Muslim woman with 5 kids and blah, blah, blah. She plays up the Muslim role every time she wants to be a victim, but you'll see that she doesn't act like a Muslim in any kind of way. She drinks. She has lesbian sex. She has extramarital sex. She does everything. She's a criminal left and right. She scams. There's nothing Islamic or spiritual or religiously uh, upright about her. But that's the game she tries to play. She's Somali, so she goes back to her Muslim roots when it suits her for her scams. Now let's watch this piece of video with the local police in Houston about why she has a warrant out for her arrest. and it talks about the incident the night and their investigation.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
The water bottle absolutely didn't leave a mark. A plastic water bottle could not create a huge hematoma on the side of your head. She had that hematoma before. We've gone through all this, and all the video has been shown where she's had that hematoma before. It's probably, medical professionals have said, probably an allergic reaction. She went out to the club that night wearing a face covering, hiding it. There's video of that. That's been shown. That's been demonstrated. She had that big swell on her face, and it's not from being hit with a blunt object. I also showed you a video what that would look like, somebody who's actually been hit with a blunt object, where you would have broken skin and blood and pus. You wouldn't have smoothed over skin that's swollen out. That is not from getting hit with any blunt object. A plastic water bottle cannot do that. But she is the aggressor. And in the article that we started with, where it talks about where this guy hit her with the water bottle, what they're telling you is, over there, they're telling you she was the aggressor. She attacked him. But the person that they're talking about, if you read this article, she was hanging out with him. This was a buddy of hers. This was not some guy who came up to her and tried to get her number, and she got mad. He got mad and then hit her. She and her friend from out of town were clubbing with him, went into the club with him, came back out of the club with him, got into a car with him. They were hanging out. She was dancing on him, putting her booty on his midsection, grinding on him and all this kind of stuff. Then at some point they got into an argument and she attacked him and he defended himself. That's the whole situation. We'll get into that more maybe at some other time, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and get out of here with like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to come back for more. Yo Bache 2007. I'm out.